Hey, good Wednesday morning to you. I want to share with you out of Exodus 34, 11 through 17. Exodus 34, 11 through 17. Moses had came down from the mountain, saw the children of Israel in riotous living and partying, all those things, and he broke the two tablets, had the 10 Commandments. He goes back to the mountain, and God is giving him the second set of 10 Commandments. Even though you may break them, he reinstates them. But this is what happens in verse 11 as he talks to Moses. Observe what I command you this day. Behold, I'm driving out from before you the Amorite and the Canaanite and the Hittite and the Perizzite and the Hivite and the Jebusite. Take heed to yourself, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land where you are going, lest it be a snare in your midst. But you shall destroy their altars, break their sacred pillars, and cut down their wooden images. For you shall worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Lest you make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they play the harlot with their gods, and make sacrifice to the gods, and one of them invites you, and you eat of his sacrifice. And you take of his daughters for your sons, and his daughters play the harlot with their gods, and make your sons play the harlot with their gods. You shall make no molded gods for yourselves. And so what we see on this day is we go in the middle of the week about our work week. We need to take heed to ourselves, lest we become involved with the pagans, unless we become involved with those that God sent us before to break down the idols, to proclaim Jesus Christ, to proclaim that there's only one God, the true God, and they are to know him. And we need to be careful with our children that we don't let them become engaged in relationships with the pagans of the world. Later, Paul calls it being unequally yoked, but we see this continually happening. And so let me encourage you this day to observe what God has commanded us and to allow him to drive from before us those who would be our enemies, and that we would be the witness, that we would live the life that he calls us to live. Know your life's important. Know that we care. Today we have Bible study at 1 o'clock in the gathering place for those who would like to study in the middle of the day. We have a 5 o'clock study for our men at Hardy's. We're in the book of Genesis. At 6 o'clock, we have a ladies' study at the church. We have Celebrate Recovery. We have choir rehearsal, practicing for our Easter cantata. We have at 6:15, we do grief share. And we have events for our children, our youth at 6 o'clock. We do all of those things here in the middle of the week because we mean it when we say at Westview. We're here for you. So you have a blessed day.